Welcome back, Tiger fans. Bring us your tired, your weary, and your huddled masses. That pretty much describes everybody in the broadcast booth this afternoon. Last night's LSU victory did not end until 2 a.m. I know this broadcaster slept until, well, I wish it was the crack of noon, but unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. But we're here for Game 2 of the weekend against the UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham Blazers. LSU dominated the first two periods, but Joe Hume, in net for the Blazers, was able to keep the game at 0-0. That started to unravel in the fourth period, and LSU scored 4 unanswered to win 4-0. Goals yesterday: Brandon Olivas scored 2, Steve Farsky had a goal, and Zach Langdale had a goal. I did not see the score sheet, so I don't have the official assists, but I will give you what I wrote down. Whether it's accurate or not, it was 2 a.m. What are you going to do? Farsky with an assist. That makes him and Olivas 2-pointers for last night. Ethan Webb had an assist. Jack McNair with an assist. Noah Kirk and Frank Matrona with assists last night. Stars of the game, I was going to name them, but was asleep on my feet last night. First star of the game, we're going to award to Brandon Olivas. Second star of the game to Steve Farsky. And third star of the game to Joe Hume of UAB. LSU hoping for a repeat today, so they can go out of the weekend with a 2-0 record, which would mean they'll have won 3 of their last 4. Coming out of the last weekend against the University of Houston, 1-1. That gives them a lot of momentum going forward. LSU resurrecting its hockey program after a bit of a layoff. Looking forward to entertaining a packed house here at Planet Ice in Lafayette, Louisiana. Different crowd than last night, a much younger crowd. We've got a bunch of college students out here looking to have a good time and cheer on LSU to a victory. UAB, from what we understand, is about a 7-hour drive from here, so they didn't travel. So the fans that pack in the stands are all for the Tigers. Go Tigers! They're going to line it up and announce the starting lineups, play the national anthem, and we'll get underway. As with last night, I'll leave the mic hot so you are able to, as well as you can. Mike doesn't pick up ambient sound very well. It is glued to the mellifluous sound of my voice. Before we get there, I did want to give a nice shout out to Bogey's Bar right off the LSU campus. They streamed our game last night, and from what I understand, they blacked out the third period thinking the game was over, and they missed all the action. But Bogey's Bar, we appreciate your support. Also, I did not mention last night the team manager, Sydney Hosier. She has done a lot of work to get this program back up and running, to organize the players, the tryouts, the uniforms, the schedule, the practice sessions. She has been an organizational guru, and also want to thank Justin Panzer, who stepped up and agreed to coach your Tigers. I'm going to turn it over to Sydney, who's going to do the starting lineup announcements. Then we'll have the national anthem. I'll be back on the other side of that. Play ball. We're ready for action at Planet Ice in Lafayette. I would say if you're in the area, drop in. Unfortunately, we're about an hour from campus. Not a lot of ice around Baton Rouge. We're working on it for next year, and we'll see how the season progresses. So far, everything's looking up for the hockey program as the boys have come together and seem to really be clicking. Yesterday, they looked better than the weekend before, when they looked better than the games before that. All right, we have a different starting lineup tonight than last night, and here's my takeaway from the introductions. That number 33, Ethan Cook, is actually, at least, I can't think of the word I'm looking. My brain is just not working as well as yesterday. I don't know how well I can think. I suspected, that was the S word I was looking for, it might be like Ed Koch, and that is how you pronounce his last name. K-O-C-H. He is now Ethan Koch. And I do want to give Sydney props for pronouncing Sam Schmelowicz's name properly. I did not yesterday, in a word. All right, Schmelowicz leaning over, takes the opening draw, and we are underway. Looks like that crossed two red lines, so we're going to begin the game with a quick icing call. UAB trying to get all of its jets pointed in the same direction. Sent it spraying down the ice, sprawling down the ice. English and I, we're overdue for a divorce. 1954 remaining, the game underway. The crowd is bigger today than last night, which is probably understandable given the 11:15 p.m. starting time yesterday. UAB gets it to center ice. Schmidt's starting already. Schmelowitz picks it up, gets it to Matrona, who drops it deep. Everyone giving chase behind Hume. Schmelowitz picks it up, tried a little backdoor pass. That got intercepted, and here comes Collis. I think that's his name. Carlson for UAB. The roster I got from the Blazers is neither numerical nor alphabetical in order, so I've got to kind of pick out everybody's name as we go on. Icing should be waved off, and it is. UAB runs to pick it up. We've got a big change coming for LSU. 5 new guys, 10 fresh legs on the ice. This is the line that started yesterday. Panzer, Olivas. Oh, no, Olivas is not in. McNair is in. McNair? Who do we all have here? We've got, I'm sorry, this is not the line. This is the line that was the second line yesterday, playing the second line again today. This is the McNair-Langdale line. They've got Jenkins with them. I think Farsky is out there. The other blue line, his blue line mate is Roth, number 83. Out front, little backhand, gets knocked down by UAB. I'm trying to reorient to time, space, and dimension as I'm looking over the roster again. LSU, Farsky muscles the man off the puck, brings it in, puts it off the face and the shoulder pad of Joe Hume, and that ricochets up and over the glass for a stoppage. Wow, Farsky. Farsky is not a small man, and he got a lot on that shot. Looked like it hit Hume in the shoulder, but we heard it click plastic as vulcanized rubber hit that face mask and went up and over the glass. 18:20 to go. Another rotation for LSU. This is the Panzer Webb Olivas line. They've got Wynn and Lear on the blue line with them. Olivas battling. Panzer comes out with it from behind the net. Looking, checking the point. Saucers it. Miss Zach Wynn. Wynn scampers back. It's the S words that are giving me trouble, I see. UAB clears it. Nice little ricochet shot puck to Stephen Carey. Carey tried the shot. LSU gets it out of the zone. Here they come. Olivas had to hold up and went offside. Panzer got poked at the blue line. That delayed the puck just long enough for Olivas to step across the blue line. For those of you tuning in that aren't as familiar with the rules of hockey, the puck has to go across the blue line before any players do. And the player is not officially across until both feet go. So sometimes you'll see the players with 1 foot on the line and 1 foot in the offensive zone just waiting for that puck to cross. Icing is when you hit the puck and it crosses 2 red lines without anybody having an opportunity to play it. We'll see examples of both. I don't think we had an offside yesterday, which is a little bit unusual. Wynn runs back to get it, loses the puck, gets bumped off it by big number 95, and there we go, Sviat Markin for UAB. LSU tries to pass it out. It gets ricochet back to Panzer. Panzer, made a move. He got it to Olivas. I think he missed the net or it got tipped. Either way, it went wide right. LSU still battling for the puck. UAB tried to clear it, ended up hitting the ceiling. Depending on if that was tipped by a Tiger, it was not tipped by a Tiger. If a Tiger would have tipped that one, the faceoff would have come back to the other side, but no dice. So the faceoff will be deep in the UAB zone, far dot. Schmelowicz is out again. Leaning over, sends the puck deep. Bukrisis. I'll just call him George, number 20. George of the Ice. Went back and got it. Nice job by Schmelowicz to work that one free. He puts it on net. That was a bad angle. It might have gone in. Hume, either way, knocked it away. George gets muscled off. 20-on-20 crime back there. Ryan Carlson. Those are two big guys going to work on each other. Puck comes across near side. Matrona picks it up and surveys the landscape. Gets it across to Schmelowicz. Schmelowicz sends it forward, but Creasy's battling. Matrona comes in to clean up, and the puck ends up getting dumped behind. I don't know if I mentioned the starting goalie, same as last night, Patrick Southbound Ryan for the Tigers. Here comes LSU. Matrona crosses the blue line. Circling behind the net, LSU taking a small change behind the play. Puck gets dropped up. Couple of guys whacking at it. Gets brought back around by Langdale. I don't know why I have trouble with his name. I was told to call him Langer. I talked to Langdale before the game, and I said I was told to call you Langer, and he said, really? I don't know if that's really his nickname. I will call him Langdon by accident, Langdale when I'm paying attention. Either way, LSU behind the net gets sent out front. Oh, they almost got a good shot off. Joe Hume made sure to poke that one to the near half wall. LSU still battling. Sent deep around by Koch, who I'm going to accidentally call Cook at least once today. And now here comes the Blazers. Shot on net from the neutral zone, no problem at all for Ryan. Koch, there, right away I did it. Almost had that one poked away, but he was able to get it all the way down ice to Jenkins. Jenkins into the net. Nice cover by Hume. Hume is starting right where he left off yesterday with another strong first period. LSU scored all four of their goals within about a 10-minute stretch in the fourth period. Did I say fourth period? Mrs. Steve didn't even give me the side eye. She turned full frontal and said no. Third period. I swear I slept last night. But you know how it is. You're wired after the game. You go out clubbing. I don't even know if at my age I'm allowed to go clubbing. Definitely not in this state. LSU working it around behind Joe Hume. Everybody's battling. McNair out front. Almost had that puck, but they sent it around to the point. Smacked in by Farsky. Farsky with a big game last night. McNair scoots out. Wanted to try a different S word there. We're in the deep vocabulary for verbs. All right. Sends it up to Jenkins, who kicks it to his skate. Jenkins with Langdale. We'll call him Langer. Heck with it. Langer and McNair. All right, Jenkins put that one into traffic. It hit somebody's skate, probably more than one. McNair trying to keep up. Nice job by the Blazer to turn on the Jets. Almost got around, but McNair is one of the fastest Tigers. He wasn't going to get around him. LSU works it out of the zone. Langer brings it across the blue line. Everyone onside. Langer put that one up right at the goalie's shoulder. Joe Hume punched at it and knocked it away with the blocker on his arm. I'm not exactly sure what that's called. 13:43. This is a more balanced game than last night's was. When LSU, I think at the end of the first period, they might have been up 12, 14, maybe 18-1 in terms of shots on net. They ended up taking 60, and that's just the ones that were on net. All right, Panzer, Webb, and Olivas are out front. Wynn is in back, and he's joined again by Lear. That defensive pairing joined this line last time they were out. Panzer has that one smacked down. Number 12 for UAB almost put it into his own net. Olivas swiped by, tried to pick up some garbage. Not able to do it, though. UAB cleared the zone. Now skating back to the puck. Panzer intercepts, gets it to Olivas. Olivas into the zone. Left it for Webb. Webb back to Olivas, near half wall. Out to Wynn. D-to-D pass. Wynn put it too far in front for Lear. Lear gets it smacked around, and Panzer's got it near half wall again. Panzer overskated. LSU might be feeling a little bit fatigued after getting home late last night. Most of the team went back to Baton Rouge, got up this morning, and drove back to Lafayette. A lot of mileage. These kids are young, but that's still hard to do. They put a lot of heart into the game last night, and that burned some calories. Olivas lets it go by him. Lear sends it back around. Nobody was home behind the net. Comes to the near half wall where Panzer's in a battle. Olivas gets it to Webb. Webb around one of the defensemen. They got taken off the puck. Nice job by the UAB defense to make sure Webb didn't get a second smack at that. And in the meantime, Joe Hume puts that big catcher's mitt on top of the puck for a stoppage. 12:22 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal kind of lopsided, but the game has been a little closer than that. LSU hasn't looked dominant despite leading the shots on goal 7-2. Score is still 0-0. Koch and Matrona on the blue line. We got the Schmelowitz line out there. Schmelowitz, Noah Kirk, and John Kutchner. All the way down, Ryan stops it. That was actually on net. I'm not sure if they're going to count it or not. That was roughly a full ice, basically a clear. Nice job by Schmelowitz to get that one in front of him, but it's picked off by one of the defensemen. Oh, Schmelowitz, one-on-one. Oh, number 12, Chase Devins, just got a stick on it. He was turning away in horror as Schmelowitz was winding up to crank a slappy. He was able to knock the puck wide. Nice job. Sort of inadvertent defense, but I guess you make your own luck. He had his stick exactly where it needed to be. LSU can't thread that puck up the boards. UAB is able to clear. All right, Matrona taking a look, skips that one up to Schmelowitz. Schmelowitz sends that one on net. He had Langdale with him. Now UAB clearing. LSU was undergoing a change on the blue line at the time. Took Farsky a minute to get over to the side or the near side here, but now we've got control. Langdale knocks it in deep, sends it to the near corner, and he's doing battle with big number 50, Wyatt Trimble. UAB clears the zone. Farsky on his horse comes back and gets the puck, takes a look around, sends it up to McNair. McNair coming in with Langer. McNair shoots that one low, rebound. Langer tried a backdoor pass. Joe Hume got that one again. Van Langdale saw McNair coming in. McNair, that kid never slows down. He's like the Energizer Bunny out there. Langdale knew that he had his partner coming in right down the slot. He tried a little backdoor pass to him. Hume, I think, was able to disrupt the pass, and as McNair was flying in on him, he covered. LSU wins the draw, sent in to Jenkins in the far corner. LSU working behind Joe Hume. Gretzky's office back there behind the net. McNair churning and burning. Gets it out to the side of the net, back to McNair, high slot to the far point. Shot in. Well, Joe Hume dropped that one. Koch put that about chest high. Looks like it bounced in and out of Hume's glove, but they called it dead. LSU didn't have much of an advantage there, so no harm, no foul. 10:23 remaining in period number one. LSU has played most of this game on UAB's end of the ice. UAB able to generate a little more offense than they did yesterday, but they're back on their heels quite a bit. Langer having a little bit of trouble with one of the wingers, or one of the defensemen, my mistake, for UAB. The Blazers win the draw and clear the zone. Farsky runs back and gets it. He's got a guy in his grill. Sent up the ice to Jenkins to Langdale. Langdale kicking it to his stick. Nice job by UAB. Ultimately, Koch sends it up to him, and there's a battle right in front of the Blazers bench that, the Tigers won. Langdale picks it up, looking, puts it off the side of either the side of the net or the side of the goalie. I thought it hit padding. Seems like Hume got at least a little bit of his body on that right point blank to Langdale. And Joe Hume, I don't know, that's one of those shots that I think the goalies pray happens. I don't know that he was able to adjust. That was a wicked slappy. Nice job by Hume. Hume has been the saving grace for the Blazers on more than 20, more than 30, probably close to 60. 9:48 remains. Out to Wynn on the point. Panzer Olivas Webb up front. We've got Wynn. We've got Lear on the blue line. Battle behind the net. Webb gets it to Olivas. Olivas sends it. I think he split the two guys he might have been aiming for. Errant pass all the way down. I don't know what the ref was calling there. Olivas shot that one down. They're calling it icing, but that's not the right call. Apparently, Olivas iced the puck against himself. Why is the draw down in the LSU zone? Well, these are many of the unsolved mysteries that we will cope with today. Carlson is bending over the dot with Panzer. I think that's Panzer. It is. Panzer wins the draw. Out Olivas. Now he's got the angle on number 12. Olivas all the way. Oh, Hume poked it away. Joe Hume for the Blazers. Holy smokes. Olivas thought he could do a little stick move at the end. He was trying to keep it away from the defenseman, and Panzer scores! Webb to Panzer to the back of the net. LSU goes up 1-0. I'll get the call for sure, but I think Webb dug that one out of the corner and sent it across the doorstep. Panzer on the back door, and the slot didn't miss. Hume was trying to adjust to follow that puck, but Panzer beat him. 1-0 Tigers. 9:15 to go in period number one. Boy, Hume has been rock solid until that moment. Not a lot he could do with the movement on that puck. Nice job by the Tigers. Looks like Webb got taken down. No call. He might have taken himself down. UAB sends it into the zone, and that will be icing. 9:06 to go, period one. Tigers have broken. Here we go. Hang on. Oh, that was not Webb that dug it out. That was Olivas that dug it out. That line stays hot. Olivas with the assist. Panzer with the goal. All right, back to live action. We're winding down to 9 minutes to go. LSU looking to build on their lead. Panzer turns around, thought he could hit that top corner again. Hume was up for the challenge. Panzer now, he's all over the ice. Panzer rushes back and intercepts that pass, sends it deep. We're going for a change. Olivas has to stay on because he was the far man, the far winger on the ice. Thought he could intercept that pass, doesn't. Matrona keeps it in. Olivas now going for the change. Schmelly? I can't remember what I was told to call him. Schmelowitz goes back to get it. Almost took that one in the teeth. As Koch was trying to clear that one deep into the zone, Schmelowitz had to duck to avoid getting hit by it. A wicked wrister from the blue line. LSU now just whacking at the goalie, trying to get another one past Hume. Koch is able to get a stick on this one, so no icing. It's not going to make the other red line anyway. Koch has it. Taking a look, he's got Matrona near side, banks it off the wall, gets it to Buckreeses, to George. Buckreeses. Looked like UAB got his skate on that one and sent his face into the wall. No call, we're still live. Battle on the far half wall, won by LSU. It starts to get behind the net, but intercepted by UAB. LSU pressing 4 guys forward. Matrona, the only guy on the blue line, gets the puck, sends it just wide. Hume punched it away for safety. Another S word. All right. Schmel, it's almost had that one. He tried. I don't know if that one got tipped, but it went over the crossbar. LSU, this line putting a lot of pressure on Joe Hume. Hume tried to get on top of that one, but the defenseman whacked it away from him. Still live, LSU trying to build on their lead. Matrona keeps it in, sends that one just wide. Tried to get pulled back by LaFranchi. Anthony LaFranchi joins the team today. He wasn't with them yesterday. He was able to come in and is picking up on this line. LaFranchi tried to pull that wide shot. They practiced that, where they shoot it wide and a guy tips it. Anytime you can make that puck move, you disrupt the goaltender. We're down to 6:57 in the first period. LSU up 1-0. Goal by, I don't even know these kids' first name. Jacob Panzer. Panzer from Olivas. Carlson sweeps it around, picked up by Roth. Roth has Farsky on this side. He gets that one pushed a little bit, able to get it deep. We've got a battle. Sent forward. Farsky keeps it in. The McNair line doing a lot of energy work. McNair, Langdale, and Jenkins. Sent wide. Farsky up. This line was able to put a lot of shots on net yesterday as the forwards were really clicking together. Sent forward Farsky. Oh, Farsky tried a one-timer. Nice job by UAB. Farsky gets another shot off. Hume didn't know where the puck was. Hume might have gotten just enough of it to send it wide, and that kept it out of the back of the net. Farsky's got 2 Blazers on him. Sends it forward to McNair. McNair put it a little too far in front of him, but is able to get back on it and clear the zone. UAB smacks it deep. They're going through a change, and now it gets out through the neutral zone. Jenkins tried to get a stick on it, but the puck was bouncing and went over his blade. UAB sends it all the way down, and icing is the call again. 5:42 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal. Now they're starting to mount up for LSU. The shot differential is 20-2 in favor of the Tigers. The Blazers came out with a little bit of energy. Since then have been back on their heels for most of the first period, as LSU has been very effective in keeping the puck in the zone. Case in point, that one gets whacked over to Olivas. Olivas near half wall, scoots around the defenseman. Finds Panzer. Panzer, a little move, backhand. Oh, Hume knocks it down. Panzer with a follow-up. That one goes into the goaltender, too. Panzer gets his own rebound. Skates up to the high slot. Gets it back to the point. Defenseman, oh, we couldn't tip that one in. That one was sent wide. LSU tried for the tip. Webb's now tangled up with big number 50, Wyatt Trimble. Webb is giving up about 4 inches and probably 40 pounds. Between Webb and McNair, LSU's got some little guys with some big hearts. Webb's whole family is right in front of the broadcast booth, and they don't care for the call. They're taking both of them, though, calling them offsetting penalties as Webb and Trimble both take a seat in the penalty box. Webb's penalty is the only one on the scoreboard right now. That's going to have to get remedied by whoever's running the clock. There we go. Number 50 for UAB is also up. So the teams will skate. They should be skating 5 aside. LSU's only got 4 guys on the ice. UAB's got 5. That doesn't seem fair. Coach Panzer sending out number 9. Anthony LaFranchi steps over the board. And now he's being called back, possibly? A little bit of confusion over how many men should be on the ice with those offsetting penalties. It should be 5 aside. Referees are conferring in front of the scorer's table. UAB's coach immediately sent 5 guys out. LSU sent 4. Then LaFranchi came over the boards. And then everyone stopped. Well, now they're going 4 aside. I guess I'm wrong. So we'll go 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Maybe the penalties weren't concurrent. I'm not sure. All right, let's see. Olivas has got the puck, sends it to Panzer. Panzer puts it low that time. Hume is able to get a big stick on it. Comes out to Olivas. Olivas couldn't backdoor pass to the point. That pass went right to UAB, and they knock it into the Tigers' zone. Farsky runs back and grabs it. No harm done. Sends it forward to Roth. Roth with Olivas on his right. Did they call that offside? They did. Olivas just couldn't hold up in time. Roth saw him the whole way. It looked like they were communicating, and Olivas just inched. It's not even an S word. Past the blue line for the offside call. Face-off will come outside the zone on the near dot. Tigers do a 4-for-4 change. 8 new legs on the ice. Wynn and Lear are on the blue line. Schmelowicz, who's he with? Number 19, Noah Kirk is with him. Schmelowicz and Kirk up front. Wynn and Lear on the blue line. UAB controlling the puck behind Joe Hume. We're down to 4.5 minutes to play in period number 1. LSU with a 1-0 lead. UAB tries to tip it in, gets removed from the puck by Wynn. Nice chuck by Wynn as he finished his check. Check. Gets it up to Schmelowicz. That puck lost all of its steam. Schmelowicz had to wait for it, which allowed the defense to assemble in front of him, and now we're going the other way. 2-on-1. UAB has numbers. Lear is back. He's able to poke it aside. Gabriel Lear with a nice stick job. Nice job. Oh, my God. That did have an S word in it. Stick. Nice stick work. Stick job sounds like one of those websites that you don't want to go to at work. All right, far side, half wall. LSU gets it. It's still in the zone. Carlson grabbed it and pulled it out of the zone. Looked like there was a little bit of confusion as LSU was trying to effect a change in front of their bench. Shot wide of Patrick Ryan. Rebound caroms out to UAB. Carlson now behind the net. Gets picked up by 2 Tigers. Carlson to the blue line. Bevan shot wide. That was a monster shot. Wicked wrister, or on the Northeast, they call it a wicked wrista. Now outside the zone at last. Able to get poked up and over by Kutchner. Kutchner into the zone, sends that one wide. Picked up by, is that Webb? Nope, 43. My mistake. That's Jenkins. Jenkins in the middle of the ice. Got 3 Blazers around him. Put it on the back door. And Schmelowicz, that wasn't Schmelowicz. That was McNair. McNair, he wishes he had that one back. Well, that was about as trippy of a trip as you will ever see. I don't know if he could have tripped him in any more trip-officious of a way than that. So Ethan Koch, he got his money's worth out of that one. He'll go to the bench. I'm sorry, the penalty box for 2 minutes. If you're going to do it good. 2 minutes for tripping, 2:46 remaining in the first period, and LSU is on the penalty kill. I told you yesterday I'd keep track of penalties. Apparently, I lied. I will write this one down. Wait, now I forgot who's in the box. You know what? I'm just going to let the force guide me. All right, LSU wins the draw. Langdale through the center of the ice. He's got 3 defensemen in front of him, waiting for Webb to join him down there. LSU, of course, is on the PK, so they're playing a bit defensively. 5-on-4, or if you're an LSU fan, 4-on-5 for the next minute and 38 seconds. Giveaway there at center ice by Roth. LSU was able to get it back and spin it around behind Joe Hume. Langdale ties up the UAB player at the near half wall, and now he's battling just to shag a little time off the penalty. Gets it to Farsky. Farsky has that one clean through. It was between Hume's feet. Oh, no. I could see the puck just hanging out. Hume, when he went down, he left his legs. That 5-hole was open, and, man, Farsky almost put it through. Hume got just enough of it to deaden the puck and then was able to sit on it, basically. Nice job by Joe Hume. Good shot by Farsky. Seeing eye shot. 2:02 remaining in the period. 1:16 left in the PK. Panzer is out with Olivas. Panzer wins the draw. UAB is able to collect it, though. given that they have the extra man. And Olivas got his skate on that one. Looks like he got tripped. There was no call. That was another textbook example of a trip, but what are you going to do? Looks like UAB might have iced that puck, so it's going to come down to the other side. We're under a minute to go in the PK. 1:45 remaining in the first period. LSU hanging on to that 1-0 lead. Big goal by Panzer earlier in the period. He's out there on the ice, number 61. He'll take this face-off deep in the UAB zone. 24-2 is the shot count as we resume some of the statistical differential that we had going on last night. It was 7-2 at one point, I believe, which would mean LSU has has registered 17 unanswered shots on goal. Matrona picks it up, sends it over to Lear. Lear backdoor, can't get it out. UAB kept that one in. It got tipped halfway between the shooter and Ryan. Ryan was able to stay in front of it and cradled that puck like Ricky Henderson used to catch fly balls in center field. Ricky played for the A's and the Yankees. I think those were the only two teams he played for. I have to check that. Olivas is able to run up on that puck, and now he tries to outrun the whole team. He got around number 12, who was called. He got tripped again. I do not have a number 12 on my – oh, there he is, Chase Devins. I do have a 12. Devins tripped him to avoid a one-on-one situation with the goaltender. They could award a penalty shot on that one, but I'm sure it'll be a 2-minute and a face-off deep in the UAB zone. A minute 20 remaining. Now the teams will skate 4-on-4 for 33 seconds. This is where the 4-on-4 situation should arise when the penalties aren't offsetting. Either way, 4-on-4 hockey for 33 seconds, and then LSU will have a minute 27 power play, although that power play will be split across 2 periods. D to D, Farsky shoots it up front. Olivas, I think, was trying to tip that one, got tied up by the defenseman. Panzer picks up the loose puck, sends it far point, tried to get it into Olivas. Olivas had several of the Blazers all over him. Farsky now taking a look. Sends it across to Panzer. Panzer had that one poked off his stick, but Olivas comes through. He's got his back. Olivas, bad angle. That got knocked down somewhere before it got to Hume. Battle now in the corner. UAB sends it all the way down the ice. LSU is now on the power play. As LSU's penalty has expired, it looks like the timing was a little bit strange because they did call icing when presumably UAB was on the penalty kill. He must have let go of that puck just before the LSU player stepped back onto the ice. All right, 43-second power play. Schmelowicz is with Bukrisis, George, and Anthony LaFranchi. LaFranchi kicks it back to the point, D to D. Farsky has it, gets it back to LaFranchi. LaFranchi throws it, I think he threw that one high. He had a little trouble collecting that puck and now tips it wide. George back to Farsky. Farsky, cross ice, gets it to Roth. Roth couldn't get it in. Smacked around now. We got too many letters on this LSU team. 10 seconds remaining. LSU might get one more rush out of this, or they might just try to eat it and go to the locker room with the lead. That seems to be what's going to happen. 2, now 1, and that's the end of the period. When we resume play for the second period, LSU will have a 39-second power play. In the meantime, they take a 1-0 lead into the locker room. As we did yesterday, we're going to shut down the stream and start a new one. The first period break is 15 minutes. The second period, because they cut the ice with the Zamboni, is 17 minutes. So we'll return to you in about 15. I don't know that I even introduced us as we started this game because I wanted to work in the poor, tired, and huddled masses. Until the other side of the break, this is Dr. Steve and Mrs. Steve for LSU Tiger Hockey. We'll come back to you soon.